Hello and welcome back to my channel and happy International Cat Day. For International Cat Day, I have to admit I did consider uploading just another video montage of this one right here. And I'm sure I will do that again in the future, but instead for International Cat Day, I thought I would talk about volunteering at my local Humane Society in hopes that if you are not a volunteer at your shelter, by the end of this video, you might be inspired to do so. So there are many different volunteer jobs at a shelter that one can do. The one that I applied for was cat socializing. So pretty much what a cat socializer does is you kind of help the cats that are at the shelter get accustomed to being handled and played with and pet and that sort of thing by humans, which makes them more adoptable in the long run. So I had applied a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, and then at the beginning of last summer, I got an email that, you know, they wanted me to come in and do the orientation and that sort of thing. Of course, she's leaving now. Great, thanks, Lena. That they wanted me to do the orientation and come in and that sort of thing. Now, obviously, I am in a wheelchair, which means I could not do it by myself, so my sister Sam graciously said that she wanted to do it with me. So we went together to orientation, where we learned a lot about sterilizing, you know, the different cages and that sort of thing, and sterilizing ourselves so we're not transmitting germs from cat to cat. We learned a lot about cat behavior and cat mannerisms and that sort of thing. So it was really informative, and then you pick your time slot for the week. I did not realize when we signed up for this that all you get is a singular 2-hour shift a week. So it's really not a giant commitment. Something else I did not realize before starting to volunteer for the Humane Society is just how many cats they get. I guess I always knew that most shelters are overrun with cats, but like there are cats there week to week that I haven't seen. Like 1 week there'll be a whole bunch of cats, and the next week all of those cats will be gone and there'll be new ones. Like there is a lot of cats that get adopted and then we get new ones and that sort of thing. I guess I never realized the massive number of cats that they deal with. Something else I guess I was always aware of before, but I just kind of hoped it wasn't true, was what I believe to be the stupid reasons that people bring their animals to the shelter. I had told you before the story of the 2-month-old kitten that was there that was brought in because she was too active, and she's not the only dumb case. Sam, can you just tell me again why these two beautiful Siamese cats are here?
It says, a guardian surrender. Reason for surrender? Moving. Their owners were moving. So they brought
two beautiful Siamese kitties.
6-year-old Siamese ragdolls to the Humane Society.
Oh my gosh.
Very sweet kitties.
Look at the big eyes. Now, some people might be mad at me for calling some of these cases dumb, because I don't know their story, I don't know their situation. To me, there's no reason for it. Once you make that promise and you adopt an animal, that's it. You're that animal's human for the rest of that animal's life. I don't care what the circumstances is. That's it. You made that promise. No going back. No take backsies. But apparently some people think you can do that. Your name is Spooky, and that's why I love you. And I would love to take you home and rename you Spoopy. Meow. Meow. Sam and I like to check the sheets to see which cats other socializers have taken out. A lot of cat socializers are very, very young, like much younger than Sam and I. And obviously they're attracted to the kittens and that sort of thing immediately, which is fine. So Sam and I make a point of always trying to socialize with the cats that haven't been out in a while, and especially the older cats that are often there maybe because their owner died or something. Now, the unfortunate thing about those cats is they're often more timid than the younger ones are, so what we often will do with them is a cage visit, which is you don't actually take them out and take them into one of the rooms. You just kind of open the cage and pet them and play with them within their own cage, and that way they're way more comfortable. Poor Samson has been here so long because people don't want to adopt older cats. He was brought here as an owner surrender because his owner got sick and couldn't take care of him anymore. I love Samson. What?
Sores. Like bloody sores on his butt.
From the scratching.
Yeah, from being matted. And look, whatever that is.
From being matted. Einstein, you poor baby, but you're so cute. You're so cute, Einstein. Oh, I'm sorry. Since starting to volunteer at the Humane Society, I find myself much more, like I've always loved animals and I've always been interested in it, but I find myself like so much more interested in animal behavior and how to take care of different pets, even pets that I don't think I would ever own. Like, how do you take care of them? How do you make like an enclosure for a reptile, even though they currently have these bearded dragons at the Humane Society, and I love them and I want them, but this is not about them, this is about cats. So I find myself watching a lot of different like cat videos and behaviorists and that sort of thing to learn more about different cats and what they do in their stories. Sam has actually since adopted one of the cats that we socialized. I have held off. I have not brought home any of them, but Sam did eventually break and brought home this cute little tabby that she named Lou. But volunteering at a shelter, whether you're a cat socializer, a dog socializer, a foster parent, whatever, volunteering in whatever way you can, I find is a really great way to get that sort of animal love, not out of your system, but to kind of find an outlet for it, because I love playing with cats, and if I could, I would have 1,000. But instead of having 1,000 cats, I just go to the Humane Society and play with all their cats, you know? So honestly, I believe that anyone can find some way to volunteer with their local shelters, and I completely 100% recommend it because it's a lot of fun. And I think, you know, you get the enjoyment out of it, the animals get the enjoyment out of having another person handle them. And I really just think it's a win-win all the way around. So if you have not ever gotten involved with your shelter before, take this day of International Cat Day to fill out an application, you know? And anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed already. And I will see you next time. Bye!